right here. All right, so looking at this, once you identify that there's no real trend here, you see that Kijun is flat at the cloud, so it's flat here. You already see that. You see that the market's in the range because the Kumo right here is flat. So this, when you see this, you see how thin this is, y'all? Whenever y'all see this type of move here or how thin it is, expect a big move in either direction, all right? So now that we identified, there's no real trend, there's support here, we have support here, resistance here, and resistance here. This was the high that the price has been. This was the close, really right here of this candle. And you see price, been ranging between these three levels here. Then we could argue about this level here too. So when you are doing the Kumo or the Kijun bounce strategy, you want to see and identify price action. Do we have price action, yes or no? Anyone want to answer? Well, y'all ain't answering today.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I was asking, is there any price action on this chart right here at the Kijun?
Yes.
Okay, why yes? What do you see?
But with that candle.
How about this one or this one? Or
no, that one there.
All right, good call. That's a hammer.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this blue because this is going to represent our Kijun. So I'm gonna show y'all without the cloud and with the cloud. So we know the Kijun's here. So if we're to enter, our stop loss will be at this point above here. But we're trying to get in early, and so we can catch the move earlier than possibly up here. If we could do that. All right. So we see one thing that we do see if we zoom out this way, we see prices going higher. So right here we have our impulse, and here's our correction. Right. So if we look at this level here, we do see that we have price action, right? So now, go ahead and throw back the cloud on. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's get a better read on what's going on here. Right? So here, yes, we are seeing signs of price action. Do y'all remember what this pattern is right here? I said it once before. I hope y'all remember. Anybody?
A piercing line?
Correct. It's a piercing line pattern. So whenever you see a piercing line, it's a candle that breaks at least 50 to 60% of the previous candle. So yeah, we could start looking for a buying opportunity. Now, one thing that's also confirming that, we know this is the Kijun level, right? We see that this is Kijun. Go ahead and take this. So we have price action right here. What we could do is have our entry, we could either enter right on this candle or wait till the next candle to really confirm. Because you could get a fake out right here. So if you're going to play aggressive, put your entry slightly above this wick, the upside, or wait for that next candle. So here's another thing. If you're trading with Ichimoku, what you can do, you want to identify the cloud. What's going on with the cloud? So yes, we're above the cloud, so we're looking for a bullish trade. This is kind of flat, even though this is slightly angled up, but this is still flat because this is not going like that, right? We need something like this to continue to the upside, but we don't have that right now. So what we want to see, or get in earlier right here, how we want to do that, we already identified that we do have a bullish cloud. We have price action right here. So let's go ahead and go to the 1 hour. Let's see if we can get in earlier. So on the 1 hour time frame, you know, we have some problems and issues. Flat. This is also, you know, angled. It's starting to round, but it's, you know, this is a bearish move right here, as you can see. So if you were trading without the cloud, go ahead and do this. There's your trading opportunity right there. If it breaks this, got a little channel going on. If we manage to break above this channel, we could go to the upside. So y'all are seeing how this works, right? The market is always making patterns all the time. It's just catching it. And usually when there's when you see the Kumo, I mean that's the Kumo, the Kijun right here, our Kijun level go flat, which is our daily Kijun right here. There's usually a pattern around there. I just want y'all to know that. So identify the pattern is the next thing you could do. Now notice here that if you see here, we're about to get a bullish TK cross if we haven't already got one, right? Let's go ahead and play it. Let's see what happens. This is the smaller time frame. Pause right here. So you see how it came back to test the Kijun right here? Y'all see that? Now, here's one thing that can happen that I see now. It did play on here, but it didn't officially break this line or this level right here. And we're still underneath the cloud. It's still angled down. This is still flat, so it's still moving sideways. But here's the thing. What y'all see right here?
It's respecting that line, that area.
Taking that, yeah, that Kijun, right? But what else do y'all see right there? It looks like a double bottom to me. Yeah. You see that? So we could see what happens here as well. Let's go ahead and take this off. Let's see what happens at this level, right? Let's see if we get, you know, some more price action here. Let's go ahead and play. So right there, we got price action right there. What is this candle?
Bullish.
Engulfing.
Bullish engulfing, yeah.
Correct. So once you saw that bullish engulfing, this is how you could have traded this. Put your entry here. Put your stop loss. Stop loss probably right underneath this fractal here. And you're already in the trade. You're already up in profit. You got that double bottom right here. So the market's always going to try to, you know, shake you out because that's what the market's supposed to do. It's supposed to shake you out. And even if you got in right here, you know, it broke this level. So we already know our next level is here. All right. And we have to get above here anyway because this is the next fractal. So we are above this fractal. Once we get above this fractal, we're going to make it to this area here. Right. So if I go back on the clouds, you know, now we're about to get a real TK cross again because we had two. We had a bullish one here, then it went bearish, and then we're about to get another bullish one here. You know, even though we're still underneath the cloud, look at what the cloud is doing. It's starting to angle up. Even though it's still flat here, it's starting to angle up at the bottom. That's a good sign for the market to start moving up higher as well. That's why I said it's always important to understand what each little movement of the cloud is. If it angles sharply down, expect some downward momentum. If it starts to go round, start to look for some bullish action. Right? Now, if this is flat too, When it's doing that and it remains like that, that's a good sign even more. Let's go ahead and take the cloud off so I can show y'all without the cloud. So now we are out of that channel, all right? Go ahead and play. Let's see what happens. So we got here, right? You see it rejected at this level because it rejected at this fractal. But let's see what the cloud is doing. You see here, let's zoom in a little bit. So we're starting to get this motion here. We're starting to move up. We want to start seeing something like this. That's what we want to start seeing, like that. So we may even range right in here. That's also something to take into consideration. We already had our price action and we're good. So you don't even need to worry about that because our stop loss is way down here and you're in profit anyway. Hold your trade. And then we know based off the daily time frame, this is support because this is our Kijun, right? So let's go ahead, let's keep playing. So remember what I said, it's ranging. Because what's gonna happen is it wants to range so it can start forming the next move right here. Now here's what we could do. Because we could start playing, this is how we can play this now to add more positions. So Kijun is flat on the hour time frame, right? Cool. That's saying that the market's in a range. Seeker span B is flat. So that means we're in a range. A is showing that we're moving up a little bit. So that's a good sign. Chiku span is free and it's above price. So we still need to get Chiku span above here. So this is how you mix two strategies together. All right. So you have the Kijun bounce trade out from the daily time frame and you come to the smaller time frame to find it. You found that there's a channel here. All right. Then you found price action at Kijun again right here. Right. So if we go to the daily time frame, this would have been our entry off the daily time frame, but we caught the wick. Y'all see that? We got in way earlier than way up here. Not like a huge difference, but you know, when it comes to pips, you know, that's gonna change the game. Just from here, this move to here, that's already a 2,000 pip difference. But we already know where the markets are already headed because we saw what happened. So let's go ahead and play. Go ahead and put this on. So keep your eye. But right now, I want y'all to see how this responds. I want y'all to pay attention to these things right here. Watch how the cloud is going to move. Watch how the Kijun is going to move. Watch how Chiku span is going to react. Tinkinson is, you know, you don't really need to watch Tinkinson. Tinkinson's the leader of Tinkinson and Chiku span A are the leader in the movement. All right. So these are going to be ahead of the other ones. All right. Go ahead and play. Keep your eyes on those. Still in the range. So here, all right. Now we're starting to creep up outside the cloud now. We just need this to break out. Once this is free, we're good to go for a really long trade. All right. So let's go ahead and keep playing. But y'all see how it's forming, right? Y'all watch that. All right, let's go ahead and play. So here, okay, let me go back to one candle. Right here, We go ahead and do this. Third entry is right here. Why y'all think I said there's another entry right here? I'll give y'all some time to think about it. But why would I put an entry right there?
You mean at the doji?
Yeah, right above it.
Is it because you broke another level of resistance?
That too, yes.
But the clouds are angling up too.
Right. That's exactly right. Clouds angled up, Kijun's angled up. Chiku span's free. So this trade is bullish all day for me. That's what I'm looking at. This is saying that the trend is going to be moving strong right here. Especially this. This is letting you know that the trend is going to be good too. All right.
Okay.
So now we got to trade. But y'all see how we mixed 3 strategies in one for one trade for a good, and you're finding the best entry ever. As long as you know how to read these candles, you're good. Let me go ahead and break it down without the cloud. So we identified we had a channel here. We know this is our support, the daily time frame Kijun. We have price action at the daily time frame Kijun right here with the bullish engulfing. Then that was our first entry. Boom. Right here, we saw that it ranged. So here, without Ichimoku, you probably would have been like, should I take my trade? Should I take my profits here or should I let it go? Now, to identify if you want to keep the trade going without the clouds, what you would do, you probably would have entered until right here. The reason why is because this was our fractal level, so I had to get there. But we got in earlier based off what the Kumo was telling us and showing us. So I'd rather take that. So right now we're good. We're solid right now. We have 3 positions already. Just a matter of being patient. All right. So now we're gonna play. So y'all see that Kijun's creeping closer to Tinkinson, right?
Yeah.
Y'all see that market's not only getting into equilibrium, but what's also happening is the momentum of the market starting to get stronger. Y'all see the angle that the Kijun's making? Whenever you see angles like this, that means the market trend is strong. Whenever you see it like, it's not really like this. When it's like this, it's not really a strong, move. But when you see it start angling like that, that best believe that move is gonna be strong. Always pay attention to the angles of the cloud, Kijun, and Chiku span if you want. But these right here is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. Now let's continue. Now, this is really strong momentum right here. When they're close like this, just wanted to let y'all know. So right here, market's flat again. Flat right here. This is still angled up. And we see, look at the movement. Right here. Look at the angle. That's not a pretty drawing, but y'all see the angle that it's going up? So our next entry will be right here, above this wick. Because once it gets above this wick, we know that this trend is going to move like this. Right? So that's what we want to look out for. And it's going to require some patience, but we have to do that sometimes. So let's go ahead and play. All right, right there. Y'all see that? Once it broke through, y'all see how it angled? Y'all see how it angled?
Nicely.
Sometimes you don't even need to trade anything until you see it angle up like this. Because once you see that how it angles up, And especially this, when they're all angled up together, that's how you know to keep that trade running. So let's go ahead and keep it running. So it went flat. It's got a test here and continue. Market always likes to test where it broke. So don't be scared when it does that. And y'all see how it's angled up again? Trade again. This is how you stack positions. You keep stacking. So let's go ahead and put another position in right here. And we had another one. All right here. It was either here or here. I'm gonna put it right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions already.
It wasn't at that fractal
Right here.
below. Yeah, right there.
Go ahead. Let me rewind. Let me see. Oh well, yeah, you're right there. I was just being conservative.
That's usually me.
So right there, boom. Next time it's gonna angle up, boom, there again. We could just ride this trade. And here's the thing too. Look at the angle of this thing. That angle. Strong angle too. Now let's go ahead and view what's going on the daily. So see here. Let's go ahead and put a line right here. This is a resistance level right here. So most people would have taken profit probably right here. So that's not bad. But look where you got in at. Let's zoom in. So you got in, this was your first position. Just from here alone, that point alone, it's almost, that's 9,000 pips right there. Y'all see that? And
Yeah.
that was just the first entry. But when you're stacking all these positions, look. So somebody grab a calculator for me. Add these positions up. Let me know when you got a calculator too.
All right.
Good.
So 9,030. Put that in. 6,739. 5,086. Last but not least, 2,580. Add those up.
Man.
That's how many pips you made.
23,435.
Yep. And
Wow.
depending on what lot size you use or what account size, what your account could hold, you either tripled or doubled or whatever you did to your account. Like I said, you don't need to trade 100 pairs. You could just trade one. Find one of these bounces here. Take that bounce to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even like. I don't like trading a whole bunch of pairs because that's just too much to monitor. I like trading probably. I'll probably find like a setup for 2 pairs that's good for the whole week, and just trade 2 pairs for the whole week. So, because if you look at it, we only been trading peso for the last 2 weeks. So that's how I look at the market. I don't like doing too many trades. That's too much work. I want to enjoy my day as well instead of staying on the computer.
So how do you research which 2 pairs to choose?
So it's gonna come down to you looking. So Sunday, I say this, when it comes to knowing this, you go on Saturday before the market opens, look at all the pairs that you want to look at, right? So this is why you make a watch list right here. You see my watch list?
Right.
So let's say I want to go trade GBP JPY. So I'm gonna be looking for a setup that will last me a good while, especially if it's a bounce like this. You see it bounced off here, went all the way down. I like these bounces for a reason. It lets me hold the trade longer. But what you do, you go to, look through each one and see which has the best setup for you. And if whatever has the best setup for you, trade that all week.
Are you looking at the weekly time chart or the daily
You
for?
do top-down analysis.
Okay.
Whatever you find that sweet spot, but whatever you find that trend or that trade opportunity, take it. Now, if you don't see anything, then you might not have a trade for the week, because there's some weeks where I don't even make a move at all.
Right.
The market ain't doing nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing either. That's just me.
Okay.
But you see, market went exploded to the upside. Now, let's say you had held all that from our first entry all the way up to this highest point. That alone, look how many pips that was.
Wow.
46,190 pips just from that first entry. Now that's without saying about the other entries, but
Oh my God.
yeah. So this lets you know, yeah, that's a life changer. Now let's see. Let me rewind back a little bit about right here. Oh yeah, you could have definitely held this trade for that. Look at what the RCI was saying right here. The green line, which is the overall trend, was pointing up and over zero. The mid-time trend was over zero and pointing up. Signal line is definitely pointing up. So you could have definitely caught that whole ride. Yeah, you could have definitely caught that whole ride. Because this line stayed above. It stayed above for a long time. Now look what's happening. We're doing the reverse right now. See that? Right here, all three lines went up. Now right here, all three lines are coming down. So look where we're at now. Woo! We're coming down. It might take a minute, but hey, it's gonna happen. So y'all understand why I look for these flat Kijuns?
Yes. Now, let me ask you a question. How far, when it falls, how far do you think it's going to fall to?
Great question.
So right here, these two levels that I have, let me go ahead and erase the rest of it.
That's another 40,000 pips, right?
Right. I think that's actually more. So this is the first level that I'm looking at, because this was support.
Right.
And then the next level I'm looking at is right here. So let me see that. Let me measure out that first one. So that's almost 10K. That's 8,000 right there. 2K off. And then that next one, right in here, almost 20,000 pips right here. So we're gonna see how that one responds though.
So I'm not too familiar with this pair, but I'd like to be. So how does it react to news, like, and holding on to the trend?
This trends a lot. Like, let me show you, because I used to trade, because like I said, this is the pair that started my whole career. I've been trading this since 2017. Let me show you way back here. Way back. About here was when I started trading this thing. So when I think, if I look at the date on my screen, I sent. Let me actually look at it right now. Let me make sure I got it. So let me see. Around June. Where's June at? It might be long before that. Let me go back. I figure out exactly where did I catch that trade at. As I'm looking at it, Bert, you remember that video that I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the peso. I'm trying to see see the date that it was, because I know it was sometime in June.
Um.
I just don't see the date on here.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
It's on the 4 hour too, so that might be. Oh, see. Hey. I think in 2017. It had to be 2017. That's I'm trying to show y'all where I got in it. Take a minute.
I'm looking for it, man. What's the name on it? Is it I know it's a training video, but does it have peso in it, or it's just?
Yeah, it's the one where with the results, peso results.
Yeah. No, you didn't send me that one.
It had to be 2007. Yeah, right. Yeah, here it is. It's hold on a second. It's close. I'm almost there. Maybe it was July. I know it was in the summertime. Because so yeah, it was right here. Okay, I see it now. It was somewhere in here where I traded. I thought it was June. But this is where I had caught this. I caught that move up to here when I first started. That's what started my career, really. Once I caught that. Ah. I'm gonna have to send y'all the video though. But peso trends a lot, as you can tell. As I showed you, peso likes to trend. Now you will get these, but that's when the market, or that's when the economy's not moving so hot for the Mexico. So yeah, if you want to, it doesn't respond a lot to news, honestly.
Okay, that's good.
But when it does, yeah, it moves a lot. And when I say it moves a lot, it spikes sometimes, and that's what you want to avoid, because if I could find one, because it hasn't been bad lately. Now maybe in here it was pretty bad because it spiked up, and then the next 4 hour candles, you see what happened here. And it spiked up, and then here it spiked down. So yeah, it does. When it does spike, it's because Mexico's economy is not doing so hot. Along those lines. But like I was saying, it seems like this is gonna be going down for quite a bit. Now, what we need to watch for here in this area now is see if, you know, divergence happens at all, because this is going flat. So when this happens, start watching out for divergence, because divergence happens at these Kijun levels as well. So definitely watch out for that. Everybody following everything so far?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Let's see. I'm actually going to look at US 30 because that has been on my mind for a minute. If y'all watch my video, it's doing exactly what I said it would. Based off the daily time frame, I said it's going to start coming up here. Now, I don't know how high, but if we manage to get, you know, higher than we are right now, because you see this is starting to moving up. But if you see this, these are targets that I'm looking at in the near future. Now, depending on what happens from now until the end of the year, because, you know, elections is this year, so the markets is going to really be moving during that time. So last time, I think when Trump was sworn in office, the market moved so much. I think the peso moves a lot on election day, because especially since Trump been talking about stuff with the border, building the wall, you know, that also caused some, you know, animosity at the border. So the
Well,
peso's definitely gonna move a lot when if he gets back in office, expect the peso to move a lot.
well, I mean, how it's looking right now, Trump is not getting reelected. So that's a good thing. The only bad thing about it is the people that are his cronies might manipulate the market.
I'm not sure about that one.
Me neither.
I'm not sure about that one. The only reason why I say that is because the article that I read, because he's going against Biden, right? That's the only person he's going against.
Right.
Biden has been shooting himself in the foot lately. I really don't think I don't know, especially in his last comment he said if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
You ain't black.
I'm like, boy.
I'm starting to think Biden got a
I
mental
said,
issue.
I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Look, unless Biden go out and shoot somebody in the head on live TV, Biden's gonna be president. People are tired of Trump, though. I'm telling you, people are sick of Trump. I've seen hardcore Trumpers, people I know that are hardcore Trumpers. I'm talking about some old. Look, I live in a neighborhood. Let me tell you, I was the first black dude to buy a house in my neighborhood.
Right.
Okay. And I ain't talking about no 10 years ago. I'm talking about like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And I talked to some of these older white ladies and these older white men. He was like, you know, Trump, I like him, but he's getting on my damn nerves.
Oh, man.
And so that's why I say it's not going to be it's not going to be pretty for the Republican Party, because when you got older, and this was a neighborhood, and this was a neighborhood with bylaws saying black people cannot buy homes in. That's specifically why I bought a house over here, because they said black people can't buy a house over here. Man. And I was one of the first. I believe I was the first black dude to buy a house over here, because I walk around the neighborhood all the time and I don't see no. It was another set of black people on my street that own a house, and we the only 3 black people in the neighborhood. Man. Well, dang. Yeah, that's what's up. Come up. Well, all I know, if you know, Biden keeps shooting himself in the foot, he ain't gonna have no chance. That's all I know. He can't do work to Trump, bro.
Last night saying he's gonna beat himself.
He's the only person. You're right. He's the only person to beat Biden is Biden, and really and truthfully, Biden would literally have to set a baby on fire on national TV to lose, because people like that. you got to understand, Trump has cost over 100,000 people their lives with being arrogant and just, I mean, the things he do, I mean, he's doing so much illegal stuff, bro. It's unheard of, man. I never seen anybody do the illegal stuff, and right now I'm wondering how they're gonna deal with that because he's done so much illegal stuff, and I mean, literally, he's done hundreds of illegal things since he's been in office, and I mean, blatantly in the open with no filter.
The fact that he's still there says a lot, though.
Now, the fact that he there said that they didn't have the power to get him. The Senate didn't want him out because the Senate is controlled by Republicans. Senate where now the House put him up on charges. The Senate didn't follow through. They didn't get enough votes in the Senate, which is what is going to turn the Senate Democratic. And you know, like I said, Trump is on his way out the door, no doubt about it. I have no doubts about it. Man, he's out the door.
I like to, I must say that I must just say this. it has been prophesied that he'll get a second term.
I don't know about all that,
but hey, when it happens, when it happens, I would just be like, well.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I had a you know, I told you about them dreams I have. I had a dream about him, and true, I had a dream that he did get in office, but when he when it's coming down to that time when the second half of that dream is gonna kick off, and I don't see it happening, and you know my dreams are pretty spot on.
And when that, so, I don't know. We have how many months left? We got 6 months left or 5. Wait, how many months? It's in September or November.
November is November 5th is the election day.
Okay.
So we got another 5 months. 5 months.
Man, it's gonna be a heated year. The rest of this is gonna be crazy. I'm telling you.
Well, you know, not only that, we got possible 15 hurricanes might be popping off this year. I mean, we got so much stuff going on, and they're trying to choke the mail-in ballot, and I mean it's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on that doesn't need to go on.
Right. Man, I don't know. I'm just gonna watch, and I'm gonna see. Because this year has been one crazy year. I'll say that.
Boy, who you telling?
But I'm gonna continue with this because we could talk about this all day. But same thing. US 30 as an example this time. This was, like I said, I'd be looking for these Kijun. Now Kijun breakouts, those are a little tougher, but I'll go over example on that too in a minute. But you see, we have price action right here. Y'all know what this pattern formation is? Well, I guess nobody does, but this is called a dark cloud cover. It's the opposite of a piercing line. It's when at the bullish candle and then the next candle is bearish and it breaks 50 to 60% of the previous candle. So that's what that is. Oh, that just I don't know how this just came back into my mind, but oh yeah, but I think it's because I said the percentage. But remember how I was talking to y'all about that guy trying to get me on board with IML, right? So he said he's gotten in touch with a broker that, you know, the broker will give you the broker will give you 100 grand to 50 grand, 50 grand, or to $500,000 to trade with. That's a broker that he got in touch with. So the rules with that is when you trade on that broker, whatever you make for that month, you get 70% of what you make off that month using their money. Not only that, if they see that you are a good trader and they'll give you more money to trade with. So that was something that he was also telling me about too. That came up to my mind because I said this. But I said, if you gave me $500,000 to trade with, it's gonna be $2 million by the end of the week. Anyway, let me go ahead and do this. So we already see that we have a flat Kijun here. Go ahead, we already identify that. Market's moving down, as you see here, but we're flat right here, which shows us that we've been ranging. And A is angled down, but that's still flat pretty much. So we're gonna go down to the 4-hour time frame. So right here, what do we see right here? What is this? We got a Kumo here, and we got our Kijun off the daily time frame. So what we could really do at this point, put your buy, your sell right there. Once that fractal is broken, you made a double top right here, take that trade down. But let's really break this down first before we even do that. We know that the market's flat right here. We know that we have some resistance right here with the Kijun. So once it breaks this fractal, we need to make sure that it does break this Kijun right here. So when we look at it, we don't have no divergence here. That's out the window. No, we do see that this is below the 0 level, and this is starting to come down. So that's also a good sign. So next thing we want to do is go to the hour, because we already see that this is flat. We know that. We don't need to look at anything else. No. So here, let's go ahead. So here's the one thing. This cloud is, I want y'all to look at this cloud. What do y'all think about this cloud right here? Go ahead and throw this off. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on this cloud. What's special about this cloud, or what's not special about this cloud?
It's a flat bottom.
Right?
Looks like a twist is about
Yeah.
Is that a bearish?
Right, it is. So look at this. Look at this. Look at this starting to roll down.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this start to come flat and then something like this. Whatever it does.
Okay.
Y'all like my cloud though?
That was good.
I'm just playing.
You can
But,
see
It looked just like a cloud. Yep.
I knew I was a good artist. But when we look at it right here, one thing we also notice holding this trend line on this trend line here. Go ahead and take this off real quick. We got a trade. We know that if it makes price action here, if we let's say we had a bullish cloud, a bullish candle, we are going up to probably here or maybe half or somewhere. We're going up. But if we break, we're getting in a little bit earlier than right here. But well, let's see, because we really don't know yet. Let's go ahead and play. Oh, well, look at that.
well, that was fast.
That was fast. Oh, look at that cloud. Oh, look, it's starting up. I was close.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Right before you played it out and it went below that trend line,
Right.
you were saying that it might have went up first.
Right.
If it did go up, would you say it probably wouldn't break that fractal?
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would come back to test this fractal because this is resistance at this point.
Okay.
The Kumo will be resistant.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. So yeah, more than likely it would not have broken that fractal.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you could actually put your cell limit right here, and then who knows what would have happened. I think it would have just got nose bomb. Honestly, I think it would have went like here and then nose bomb. But hey, it happened faster than what I said, so you could have entered in on this candle.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
So
let me play a little bit more. Slow this down. All right, bam, right there. Let me take this off because I was close. Y'all gotta give me a little credit. I was close.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was real close. I'm gonna take that off though. That was some good artwork. All right.
There's a regular Van Gogh with the Forex, huh?
Thank you. So you know what's funny? This is our entry, but look, what's funny is we got in right here because of this break here. Cool. But this is our entry anyway. Look, it happened. Boom. They're both pointed down. This is funny. I didn't even know that. And Chiku spans free, so let me actually move this up. This is actually the entry right here. Angle down, angle down. This is angle down. This move is gonna be down. Like let's play it though. But before we play it, let me see. So this from here to here. We're already sitting pretty nice anyway. Look at that. That's nice. That's just that's a small move on US 30. Let's go ahead and play this thing. You see how that cloud's getting thicker? Wow, US 30 is wild. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
It went right back to where we entered, then dropped. See, that's why I said, yo, if y'all gonna trade US 30, y'all have to have a strong mind. You gotta have a real strong mind. But anyway, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Because this is starting to look like the way this is angled, looks like it's gonna be angling down for a minute. So let's go ahead and play. Y'all see, y'all watching the cloud, right? How it's getting thicker. Well, I was a little bit off, but still
hit my take profit.
Yeah.
Still coming down. And this was based off the daily time frame. Because we had our daily Kijun right here, the bounce to the downside. And to be honest, let's see. Go ahead, take this off. We had a double top anyway. Zoom out. You see that M pattern?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was actually the break of the neck of the M. You could have taken it to here, but it broke that anyway. So it's going to come down to what are you going to mix your strategy with? So this is like the Kijun bounce. Then you're adding it with different stuff right here. Noticing that we had a trend here. It held this trend line, disrespecting the trend line. Now you got to trade. Like I said, don't complicate your trading. I always say this, don't complicate your trading. Make it simple in that it works for you.
So that
yeah.
pullback is pretty aggressive right there in the middle of that trend.
Right here?
Nope, that green candle.
By the entry?
Where?
That look.
Right here?
Is that going down? Oh, sorry. Okay, that's going down, right?
This here?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that pullback was very aggressive. That was really aggressive, actually. A lot of people would have probably said, ooh, bullish engulfing candle, take it right there. Nope. And you know what would have sucked? Because right when you saw that bullish engulfing candle, you gonna put a trade in right here, right? But it didn't go nowhere for a whole hour. That's jacked up. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
It go nowhere for a whole hour, and then it dropped on you. So you would have got, you know, a lot of people that trade just price action would have got, you know, jacked up right here. Really would have got jacked up right here. But this candle right here said, nah, bro, we dropping. Because if you combine these two candles together, that's a tweezer top. Then the drop. So yeah, that was a good trade overall. It's just you had to be strong mentally, keep in right here, and then you see how it went down. So you see how this is angled down. We could still hold this trade. You spend A's angled down, B's angled. This is another entry right here. Once price breaks that, went down. So now that's going up, but we could actually move on higher now. Right. That would even. So here's one thing. I'm gonna go back to the daily because if you've seen this right here, you definitely want to start taking your profit. The reason why is because when you see this movement down, and you get your TK cross here, take your profit or take some profit off the table from this, especially when this starts angling up. Go ahead and play it. I want to show you how the do's and don'ts. So this mess right here, there's no opportunity yet. Why is there no opportunity yet?
Is it
Anyone?
because
Why is there
we
no
have
opportunity?
because is it because we're still in the area where it was a bullish TK cross? There hasn't been a bearish TK cross yet. Would that be?
Well, that too, but what else?
It's flat, and also Kijun's flat as well.
Exactly. No trade. I ain't touching this. Now this is convincing. Now here's what you could do. You could probably enter in here before, because what happened here, as soon as this candle closes, me personally, I'm expecting the next one to be bearish because it's an engulfing candle. That's just me personally, but we're gonna see what happens. I'll just say this is stop loss right here. So entry, stop loss, keep that tight because anything could happen from here to here with US 30. Right? Thought I was right because, man, look. So now, what's about to happen right here?
Bearish TK cross.
So once we get that bearish TK cross, we're definitely going to look for selling positions. So let's go ahead and play. Still ain't got it yet. That was a good fake. It went flat again. Still in the trade. Get the stop loss yet. Go ahead and play. Oh, they got me. Oh, right here is still flat. But what we do notice, this is starting to get longer. This is starting to get longer. So we still are good for a while. So let's keep on going. There's still no opportunity here yet. Still no opportunities. Even though, okay, let me actually do this to make it more clear. Let me go ahead and get rid of our first entry. Let me show y'all something. It's just staying in between here. Until we get above here or below here, we ain't going nowhere. Now, you could trade in between here, but why? Like, That's you can, but man, I wouldn't. That's very be wild. So look at that. We have this is our playing range right here. See that? So if you're gonna trade US 30, I suggest you don't trade it in a range unless you really know what you're doing. But or if you know how to trade a range at all. But that's the range that we have right there for this. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and throw back the cloud. Still flat, no real trend yet. Go play. All right, so now we're starting to get some, start to look for positions again. This is angling down, this is angling down. But here's the problem. Kijun is still flat, so this could be false right here. I'm trying to show y'all what to avoid when y'all see this angle down, because I know a lot of us would jump in when we saw this. I think somebody had jumped into Bitcoin the other day because they had saw it angle down, but they didn't wait for Kijun to angle down as well. And plus, Chiku span is still stuck in here. So I'm not going to touch this just yet, in my opinion.
Quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the significance when price action is further away from the cloud versus, like how the price action came up close up into the cloud and then into the cloud? Is there any significance to that?
You point out an area so I can. I don't
Like
know.
if you go further back, you'll see how price action is far away from the, see it's far away from the cloud, and then the price action is starting to move towards the so the price action is far and then it's moving up towards. Is there any significance to that, or
not really? Here's my take on this, because if we zoom out even more, let's go ahead and take this off. Because if you look back, this is actually a support. I mean, well, was support, but let's see. Way back here. Okay, yeah, way back here was support, but when you look at it here, price action, you see that once it broke that level, it didn't really matter how far it was in relationship. Now you do know that it is underneath the cloud, so that is a confirmation in itself. But once you get that price action here, you could just take it to the next level, and just secure your profit right here. That's just most people anyway. Most people trade like that when it comes to price action anyway. They just trade to the next level. So most price action traders trade from here to here.
okay?
That's only if you're trading pure price action, but we're trading with the cloud. We're trying to ride the whole trend. You look here off the daily where we came. This is where we bounced from, right in here. Really, we're down in here now. We're still angled down. We're trying to ride the trend as long as possible.
Right.
That's what we're doing. So there's still no real entry off the 1 hour. And I hope I answered your question too, by the way. So let me go ahead and play it. So danger right there. Go ahead and play it. No trade. Nothing. But look here. You see how it's going flat and it's curving? So like I said, once we break out of this area, I'm taking a trade again. All right? Yep. Here we go. We're taking a trade right here. You could. So here's what you can do. Even though we are underneath, we did break here, but not to say that we could get the next candle to breaks to the upside, which will be a false breakout, which can happen. So you have to pay attention to these breakouts. Usually when you get this, you usually want to wait for the next candle to be bearish, so you could stay in that market. If the next candle is bullish and comes back into here, we're still going to be ranging. So that's something that I want y'all to also, remember as well before you just jump into a trade. So just wanted to put that in. So, but here it looks good. Chiku span is underneath. This is just turning bearish, so let's go for it. So here we have made a bearish twist. This is flat, flat. In, up, and we have indecision. So right here is danger because this could go either way at this point. Y'all see that indecision? Bad play. So we have price action right here. Y'all see that? Price broke out, came back to test. It tested and got rejected by Tinkinson level. And there was price action at Tinkinson right here. So now what we could do one of two. We could enter in right here, or we could enter in right here at this fractal break. But we know if it breaks this fractal, this is going to be angled down. So let's go ahead and see. You saw what happened. So y'all see that? May want to take it right here. So y'all see how this works? Go ahead and keep playing this. So go ahead and look at the angle of this. Another trade coming, coming in at these levels here. Actually right here. So it's all about being confident in what you see and knowing your support and resistance. Because if we go way back here, way back here. So y'all see that? As long as you know your levels, you have targets. Y'all see how this lines up with this one? Y'all see how this lines up here? Could have been an area to take profit. As long as you know these levels and have them marked up, you can hold a trade and keep it going, especially after daily time frame. But y'all see that though? How this works?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Does this work best? Does it work best on the daily or any time frame?
The Kijun bounce works for any time frame. Let me show you another. You want to look at another pair of this or at this point?
We can look at it.
All right. So let's go. Let's use gold as an example. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. But we'll use it anyway. So when you see, so when you see Kijun go flat, start looking for price action around Kijun. You got price action right here. Y'all know what this is? Oh yeah, right here. What candle is that? What candle is this?
Is that an inverted hammer?
No.
Oh,
So
you don't want okay. I can't see those wicks. Is there a wick?
Oh, there's a wick right here.
it's a shooting star.
Right. Shooting star. So whenever you identified a price action candle at the whenever you identified a candle a price action candle at a flat Kijun one time, that's when you're gonna start wanting to look at the lower time frame as well. On this one, you're gonna want to look at the 5-minute chart probably. Right here, we're gonna mark this. We're gonna go to the 15 and 5-minute time. We see here on the 15-minute time frame that we're underneath the cloud here. And not just that, let's go to if you look here as well, let me just go ahead and do this. England. Look how steep this is. So we could definitely start looking at the next, level of support to take this trade to. Right? Go to the 5-minute chart. And you see that we're above the cloud, but that's fine. We already know where we're at in relation to here. And off the 1 hour, we know where we're at here. So these are our targets. So target 1 will be like somewhere here. Target 2 will be somewhere down in here, maybe even at the bottom. So go ahead and go back to 5. Go ahead and play. See how it wicks a lot? Yeah, be careful when you trade gold. Gold don't play. So if you're gonna trade this, wait till the candle breaks down out of the cloud for this in particular move. Let me go back to 1 hour. Let me mark this for y'all. So this is Kijun. Go ahead and play it. Y'all see how it plays games like that? Would have got a lot of people right there. That's why you gotta wait for candles to close. But look here. We're in a bearish TK zone. This is coming down, so we could start getting this. So that's if you want to catch this for real, probably put a sell stop right here, and probably your stop loss right here. You gotta break that cloud. So let's go ahead and play it. You haven't got triggered in yet. Well, actually, you almost got triggered in right there, but it was short and then went back up. Almost got triggered in again. Now we're triggered in the trade right here. And we see that we're starting to form the cloud right here. Take that off. Let's go ahead and play it. So now we're really in the trade. That's why you gotta be patient with this. It broke. And we already identified where the key. This is where we got our official cross right here. And we also hit a TP right there. We hit, honestly, really both. We hit that first one here, we hit that second one down in here. Now, if you know your patterns, you know that right here, price could definitely start moving back to the upside despite what this is telling you. Let's see what happens. You have price action, so yeah, definitely gotta watch the trend lines when you do. Price action also happens at these trend lines, as you see here. Price action here. You just start expecting the market to move up a little bit. That you just gotta just trade it within this pattern here. So now we're currently here. You may want to start looking for buying opportunities right here. Yeah. Any questions so far? Any questions?
No.
Jacqueline, any questions? Are you good?
No, I'm good.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go with one more. I'm gonna pick one for y'all. I'm gonna pick one, and I'm gonna have one of y'all mark it up.
I'm on my phone, so.
You copping out. Funny. Let's go. Wow, this one played out really well. Man, should have. Not this one. All right, so I'm gonna pick an area. Y'all gonna walk me through it, what y'all would do. All right, Jacoby, you're up. Jacoby, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What do you want me to do again? My bad.
All right, so I said I want you to walk us through this one right here. So tell me what you're looking for. You can even go to the daily time frame if you want to, but go off the 4-hour time frame, right? All right, you now have control of the screen. Go ahead and do your thing on it. Just walk us through it and let us know if you think it's going to be bullish or bearish or whatever.
Okay.
And explain what you see on the chart. Take your time. This is the last thing, and then we're going to close out.
Got you. Right now, I don't see anything but a flat market on the 4-hour.
About on the hour time frame.
For this one, I'm staying patient because it looks like we're starting to enter the bearish TK zone. So far, Kumo B is still flat. Kumo A is starting to angle down, so we could be forming a bearish cloud in the next couple hours.
And go down one more time frame.
Got you.
Anything you see here?
So this one is confirming what I just said for the 1 hour.
All right. Okay. So here's what you should do. Go back to the 4-hour time frame
Okay.
and mark your Kijun level. That's one thing that you should have done. Zoom out too.
Okay, I got you.
Always zoom out to see the bigger picture.
Kijun has been flat right here 3 times. Here. My mouse started working. Okay. Here is 2, and right now it's flat right here as well.
Right. So now that you have your support drawn down there on the Kijun, start going back down to the smaller triangle. Make sure you're paying attention to the angles of the cloud, how long does it have everything, all those details.
Say the last part again. You kind of cut out on my side.
I said, make sure you watch how long, watch the length of the cloud and how thick the cloud is getting.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this cloud here isn't. It's starting to go down. It's starting to angle down right here.
Right.
So, so as far as an entry position, for me, I will wait until, of course, I get that bearish TK cross, the cloud continues to angle down, and look for selling opportunities below this blue line.
Right. So let's do.
I do.
I'm gonna say you did all right. Here's what you should also do as well, because you definitely need to learn how to mark these charts up. You gotta definitely mark that level up and this level right here.
I forgot to mark it up.
I always mark it up, man. So, are you trading this at all right now, or no? Or there's no? Because you should go. Your bias should be based off the 4-hour time frame or the daily time frame. But in this situation, it's based off the 4-hour time frame because this is what you started off of. So, what is your bias based off the 4-hour time frame?
Well, based off the 4-hour time frame, if anything, I I guess I could have waited for a Kijun bounce. Other than that, I'm, I don't.
When I say your bias, you should know immediately what you're going to be wanting to look for. Are you wanting to sell it or buy it based off the 4-hour time frame?
Okay, well, in that case, I should immediately know what I'm gonna look for. I'm not gonna touch it because I don't. Right now, I'm not thinking straight, so I'm not gonna touch it because I don't know immediately what I'm looking at right now.
Well, now since you don't know that, this is the next step. Let's take this off now. Does this change your perspective? Anything that are you keeping to your same bias, or are you gonna, look for an opportunity now? Because remember, this is Kijun, but the thing that you're not doing, you're not reading the candles. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
So read the current candle. Tell me what that is.
Isn't that indecision? Isn't it just a doji?
This.
Yes, the current one.
Nope. Well, it is a doji, but it is not an indecision doji.
It's a dragonfly doji. Right?
Correct. So what is a dragonfly doji?
I don't even have. One second, I'm trying to find it.
Go ahead, take your time.
Okay, I don't have the definition for it in this picture.
Okay. Do you know if it's bearish or bullish?
Well, it's definitely a bearish dragonfly doji. It's blue.
Color doesn't matter when it comes to dragonfly dojis. When it comes to doji, color does not matter. Or if it comes to candles, color doesn't matter. It matters what the
where it is as far as support and resistance. Okay, so it's close to the.
Because remember, Kijun
support line. Okay, so it's closer to the support line.
Right.
So it would be bullish.
Right. Perfect. So that's why you got to read the candles. You got to read the candles. When when you're reading the cloud, your judgment might be like, oh, it's not going to do nothing because.
Yeah.
So the next thing you got to do is take this off. Oh, that's a dragonfly doji. So you should be biased, bullish on this chart.
Okay.
So now what you should do, come down here, even though this is going on, your bias is still bullish. So you're going to be patient for this trade. And you have your levels marked, and that's the high, this is supporting the low. So if it breaks here, it's coming down. If it gets above this fractal, it has to come up here and test. So you're not. So in what you see here, are you gonna make any moves yet?
No, me personally, no.
Why?
Because it's not. It only for me as far as a buying opportunity. It only wicked at that support level. I will wait for the next candle to form.
All right. So yeah, I could take that answer. Yeah, that's actually good. There's no opportunity here as far as a trend. So
okay.
Let's go ahead and play. You gotta let me know when there's an opportunity or not.
Okay, got you. Ooh. Right. Well, Well, obviously now.
Playing you.
But yeah, that was obvious.
Yeah, you tell me when there's an opportunity.
Oh, I guess you didn't hear me, but so
Opportunity right
since
here.
we since we obviously missed my first buying opportunity,
What's your first buying opportunity? You
it
have
would
control of the
then
mouse.
go. I still have control. Okay.
You still got control. Yeah,
Okay.
show me where. And tell me why.
Right here. Hold on. Because that is a bullish and bearish candle. Entry. Top of the biggest symbol. All right, I got that wrong. Okay, entry could have been right.
Put a green line where your entry would be at and a red line where your stop loss would be.
That would have been the entry for me.
All right. That would have been a great entry. Why is that your entry? Ooh, did you just? Oh, you did.
I just hit my space bar. Okay, let me completely unmute myself.
I don't know what you just touched, but you rewound the whole thing. I'll take you. I'm stopping your control. You don't give me.
Yeah, all I did was tap the space bar on my computer. I was supposed to hold it in order to mute myself, but
I gotta find out where I had you. Dang.
sorry about that, everybody. Let me unmute myself real quick.
I don't even know where I had you at, but it was a good trade. Though, I will say that.
Right. Yeah, right now we're on the wrong chart. That's why I can't
no,
find it.
no wonder. Okay. Remind me, y'all. Don't let him do another one. Oh man.
So I didn't know the space bar would take you to a different pair just by tapping it.
Yeah.
That's how I've been talking because the kids here. I hold the space bar only when I have to say something.
That's it. Yes, it was.
I'm not sure. I think were we on a 1 hour? Yeah, I think we're on a 1 hour.
This was it. That's your entry right there.
Yes.
I got a good eye. I remember. So tell me, why was this your entry?
That was my interest because we got that that bounce off the Kijun off our support line,
Right?
and that I guess that's all I have to say really.
Man, I was expecting you to say this was a bullish engulfing. Well, that worked out too, but that's fine. You're above the clouds. This is a bullish engulfing. So this is price action at support, and you see what happens. So yeah, I'll take your answer. I was just expecting you to elaborate.
Okay. As far as that bullish engulfing go,
Right.
I a lot of times I confuse myself now. So I remember the first time like we had our one-on-one, and you know, I drew out a lot of the price action candles, and I drew, you know, all the ways they can form, all the ways that you showed me. As far as that bullish engulfing candle go, I wanted to say bullish engulfing, but I wasn't too sure, so I didn't say anything. Um, the next one, of course, is a bullish engulfing. I know that because I have that drawing, you know, and a lot of time when I look at my notes, I go off not only the definition but the drawings as well.
Gotcha.
And that wick on that one, I don't know, it just threw me off.
I see. Always remember, any type of engulfing candles usually extends past the previous candle. Doesn't even matter if it's just by a little bit. Like this one is still engulfing this one. But yeah, good job on your trade. You made how many pips? Depending on where you got out.
I was gonna say it ain't over with yet.
So for now, you got 46. well, here's the next answer. Or here's the next question. Are you holding this or are you bailing? Why?
Well, one could say you could get out because of that TK cross. I'm holding it because we also broke that next high fractal right there, and of course the cloud is, as of right now, is angling up pretty hard. So I'm expecting price to continue to go up to the upside.
All right, that's your final answer.
That's my final answer, and I'm hoping.
Do y'all agree with him or disagree with him? Jacqueline and Bert, do y'all agree or disagree with him?
Somewhat. I add that all the lines are pointing up too. The Chiku and everything else is pointing upward. So I don't see no reason to get out. I keep going.
Jacqueline,
Yeah, I agree, but I agree. I would ride that trend up some more to the next resistance level.
Got you. All right.
But you know what? I just seen something.
What you see?
That shooting star.
Where you see a shooting star?
Right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It didn't continue, so never mind. I'll keep riding.
Good. You caught it. You good. See, that's fake out right there. This right here. Good catch. And right here, this also is. So let me let y'all know this because, like I said, there's 6 types of TK crosses, and this is the strongest TK cross that you can get. And this was actually a bullish TK cross, by the way, Jacoby.
Okay.
So when you get a bullish TK cross above the cloud, that means it's a strong signal because that's you see this angle here. If you get a bullish TK cross under the cloud, that's a weak signal.
Okay.
If you get one inside the cloud, that means it's a medium strength signal. But the strong signal is above the cloud, and then vice versa if it's bearish. Right. So let's see how your trade did, man. Okay. Changing a little bit, but
yeah,
it's getting thicker though, so that's a good sign. You're moving higher.
there we go.
All right, let me ask you: are you still holding or are you out?
I'm out.
Why are you out?
I know it's a weak signal, but we have a bearish TK cross right there. Not only that, the cloud is starting to angle down. Kumo B has been flat for what we on 1 hour, so it's been flat for quite some time now. Not only that, the lagging span, has entered price,
right?
And so that's all the indication I need for me to go ahead and take my profit.
Okay. So let's go ahead and see how much you racked up. You made this 48. That's good. Take 47 right there. 47, 48.
Yeah, I probably would have got
Not
it.
bad right there. So y'all agree with them? Would y'all get out or would y'all continue to hold?
No, I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
Bert, you in or you out?
That's good. I'm looking at it. I won't say I'm gonna stay in.
You're still in?
Yeah, because of that hammer. I looked at that hammer, that fractal hammer there, and
Oh, okay.
it really hadn't dropped. It's still ranging, and it's still cloud is still real thick right here.
Right.
So it's not. It's just starting to kind of angle.
Uh-huh. Okay, I like that answer. That I could get with. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, we following a pretty good trend. So you know if we break this, we don't have to face. We have another layer of support anyway, so we're still Gucci to hold this trade. Now let's throw in the confirmation. This is still above 0. This is still, above 0. And this is actually in the positive 80. So, we could still hold this. Let's see, because we originally started off the 4 hour. Now, this is what's the problem here. This is flat. This is still building momentum. Let's see what the RCI is saying. Oh, this trend is pretty strong, right? So I'm still gonna hold it. So let's see what happens. Right. We touch. Now we got some issues. Now, here's where we get a little nervous, right here. But overall, the move is still to the upside. This is our last leg of support. If we break this cloud, then yeah, we definitely out. Let's go ahead and play. Still in the cloud. Ooh. This right here.
Yeah.
This right here would have got some people out. But the reason why we're still in, well, then that sucks. This is down now. We are originally we were on the 4 hours, so we're still above here. We can still hold. So now, look what happened. Now we can still look. We can look for another trade, right? Kijun.
That's what I'm looking for.
And then boom. So now this is what I'm gonna do now, because now this is where you get advanced Ichimoku in using your N wave. Man, why's this thing always do that? Right there. So now we got that. Once we get above here, we know price is going higher. So A, B, C, and these right in here. Right? I'll probably drag this down lower, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and play it. Broke B level, but we're testing B level. Let's see if we can get through it. Yup. And look, we made the N wave right there. And so say if you got in here from this point, there's a hammer here. 80 pips. And if you had held that trade, 119 pips. You got to have cojones when you trade. You got to trade with some aggression.
Go back to the 1 hour too. They go up on that one as well.
And then you see the 4 hours getting stronger too. So we might even make it to the
E level,
the B level or the E level. So Let's go back to the hour.
And you see how the cloud is angling up too?
Mhm.
That's how it went back up.
Oh yeah. So, man, I don't even know
So, yeah,
what.
I still would have got out where I said on the 1 hour and looked for another entry.
That's actually good because it played out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't get mad at either answer because you know everybody has different level of experience, and then there's a triple bottom right here anyway.
So,
1, 2, and 3. Triple bottom, take it up.
okay.
So, yeah, trading is complicated but easy. It's just as long as you are patient and you wait for the patterns, they will reveal themselves. But it's gonna take some time though. It's gonna take some time.
Mhm.
Where y'all think this is going? Y'all think it's going to the E level or the V level? Where y'all think this is gonna stop at, or you think it's gonna stop here? Eventually, I'm gonna start teaching y'all the wave theories and all that because this is how you're gonna catch the big moves. We want 1,000 pips and 300 pips.
Yeah.
We want those.
I think it's gonna go keep going.
How far you got this is the V level. You think it's gonna go to V?
It's gonna pass that.
Going
I
past
think
that.
E level as well.
Y'all think it's gonna go to E?
I think it hit that. I think it hit the E.
All right, let's see. Let's speed this up a little bit.
Looking pretty strong.
Let's look at this on the 4 hour. So it's getting thicker, so we'll do this. Let's see. Let's look at the RCI too. It's still showing we're strong. Ooh, we died. Ooh, we took. Now this is what happened. We had price action at the end level, right here.
So he's the top.
Well, this was actually a slight engulfing.
Really? I can't see. Okay. Yeah.
Slightly engulfed this one.
Yeah.
And then indecision, and then this dang.
Yeah.
I think in realistically, I probably would have been out on this candle.
Yeah.
Once I seen this, I said, no, I'm out.
Oh,
If we had a fighting chance here, because we still on that trend, but we out right there. Then we just, well, we almost made it, y'all.
Yeah.
We almost made it. But you know what? Let's go. Let me zoom out. We're still bullish. We're still above this cloud. We could get a bounce off this cloud. So let me go ahead and play it a little bit. Oh, now we got what's this?
Let me see. Oh, Gamma.
Yeah. Let's start taking this up.
Yeah.
Now, will it go up? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Wait. Going up. We back in the trade. And we going up. Now, this is where we're starting to get some caution.
Yeah.
Right here. This is when it happened here, but the market's just ranging. There's no trend. And this is what you want to avoid. Go ahead, pause this. I could delete everything. Go here now. So this is what you don't want to get in, because if we were trading the N waves in the wave theory, let me show y'all something, because this is going to help you out a lot to understand the market better. Because there's N waves everywhere. Here. Here, just a V wave. But we failed to get close to this level. So what happens is, if you don't get to B level or you don't get above B level, what happens is the market starts fluctuating like it is in here. So that turns into a Y wave or a P wave. So what happened here, we had a P wave. That's how you find your P waves. If it does not get above B or close to B, start looking for them P waves to form. Because what's going to happen is price is going to consolidate. You're going to get this right here. So you could trade this one or two ways. Wait for the breakout, or you can trade it. Let me see. You could either do this. You either take it up, take it down. This is how you trade a P wave. Now, I'm not going to teach y'all the time theory yet, because you could use a time theory for this, but we ain't got all that time. So if you're trying to catch the move of this P wave here, P waves are usually continuations to the upside or the downside, depending on what direction they came from. So we're still above. We're not even above, so this could turn into a bearish P wave. So we'll see. Let me see the daily time frame. Oh, look at that. Y'all see how the bigger we have a Kijun right here? Didn't even know it. I told you Kijun will give y'all big moves. Boom, right there. And we have price action right there too. But you see how we have Kijun right here, support. And we made a P wave at the Kijun. Man, y'all can't tell me this don't work. So now what we're gonna try to figure out, I'm leaning towards a bullish move. So yeah, I'm looking at this move here. This could potentially be the move for us. Let me go ahead and move. If we break to the upside, these are gonna be my targets. Right? But we definitely gotta get above here. Let's go ahead and speed this up and see what happens. Because anything could happen within a P wave. Let's play it. Oh man, hold on. Let's see. Maybe I wasn't patient. Okay. Yeah, this was a very. So actually, this was a. Hold on a second. Let me actually rewind that off. That off. Wow, that's tricky. Okay. So I see what happened here. It ended up turning into a Y wave. That's slick. That is dirty. Y'all see that? That's a Y wave right there. I told you Y waves don't happen much, but they trick people in the market. That's what happened. Okay. And it's still at this support. That's wild. So, wow. You don't see those coming either. Man, that really got me. Man, I would have never known that was gonna happen. But,
zoom in on that candle.
Huh?
Zoom in on that candle right there.
This, which one? Here?
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, indecision all day. Dang. And you know what's funny? This is still resistance because I said it still has to get above B.
Right.
But man, I did not see that coming. I didn't see that Y wave coming because I said something's wrong here. As soon as I saw this start going down, I said that's jacked up. So it made that Y wave here. And then after that Y wave, turned into a bearish Y wave and made an I wave. Man, that one actually got me. I'm not gonna lie. I would have lost that trade.
Wow.
All I know is if it don't get past here, it ain't. It's gonna drop. But it went higher, but it formed this, turned into a Y wave. That was slick. That was real slick. I'm not gonna lie, that was slick. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the rest of this. This one actually intrigued. Oh, did you see that? Dang, look at that. Probably could have caught this on the. Yeah, you could have definitely caught this on the hour time frame. Right here. You could have caught this on the high on the hour time frame. Once you identify this this Y wave, you saw this bearish TK cross. Wow, that was a good move by the market makers. I'm not gonna lie. But once you identify that Y wave, you can definitely trade it back down once you start seeing this happen. And seeing that price action on the 4-hour time frame at this level too, was it the
That 1 week would have knocked a lot of people out the trade.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was yeah, this must have been either some news or some serious manipulation that day. But I think this was news because you have a double fractal on this candle. So yeah, this had to be news. Wow, that's wow. And then right here, this is probably. Let me circle this area right here. This is why I always say you got to learn how to read these candles. I wish we waited for that because we probably could have avoided that. Okay, so anyway, here I'm gonna make this the last thing because Jacoby, you were supposed to be the last thing, but whatever. I want to teach this. This actually got my attention for teaching purposes. So once we identify price action right here, and we saw this fractal form, let's say we did find that it was a Y wave. All right. Go to the hour time frame. Once you identify that price action, all in here. Let's do zoom in a little bit. So wow, it was crazy. And then you see that bearish TK cross that was really strong. I'm trying to figure out how. Let me see if there was divergence at all. Go back. Dang, there's no divergence either. This would actually been a hard trade to get in. Even with the cloud, it would still been hard to get in. Well, here's the thing. Here's how I look at it. If I was to get this, I know if it had broke this Y wave to the upside, this would have definitely been bullish. But since it refused to break so many times and then it formed a bearish TK cross, I might start want to look for the down move, especially since it broke this fractal right here. If we play it, watch how it broke that fractal right here. This offset everything right here. You got Kijun and Tinkerson angle down. Cloud is getting weak. Bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, this would have been the move right here. Then Chiku span is breaking free. Yeah, that's the move right there. Yep, that's it. Dang, that was a good move in the market. Man, okay. All right. So you see how the market does. It always wants to get you. Man, that was crazy. You see how it pretty much went down here too. That's wild. And if you look at it, let me pause that real quick. It formed the channel anyway. Yeah, we're in that channel too. We could have probably extended even more. Right there. See that channel? So yeah, see that's the thing. What I'm talking about, you always got to be patient in the market. So yeah, this one was a difficult trade to make too, especially when it hit that reversal of the Y wave here. So yeah, this was actually a really good setup in the market from the market makers to push the price down. And if we had got that from the farthest part, that's not bad at all. All right, any questions? Any questions?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and end this session then. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I think it was a great session. I do have this recorded, so I will put this on YouTube right after it's over, and then I will, put it in the Discord group for y'all to watch.
Sounds good.
Right.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
anyone want to pray us out? Anybody?
I will.
All right. Go
Thank
ahead.
you, Lord, thank you, Lord, for this amazing session. God, I just ask you to bless each and every participant and bless those that will view this later. Mighty God, I just pray that you will continue, mighty God, just to empower us, Lord God, that you would just, mighty God, cause our hands to prosper, give us the wisdom to see and understand the market and how it moves, Lord God. And I just pray, God, that you will touch my brother as he, mighty God, makes decisions about going the next level. Mighty God, I just pray that you will guide him, that you will give him wisdom, that you will show him the direction that he must go for your name's sake. We commit the remainder of this day and this week into your hands. Have your way, God. Help us to prosper, Lord God, because, Lord, mighty God, you know that we, mighty God, want to be able to, mighty God, do your will and your purpose, and we need we need the finances, Lord God, mighty God, to do all that you called us to do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, you guys, I appreciate you guys for jumping on this call. Have a great day, and we will have a class on Thursday. All right?
Definitely.
Awesome.
Everybody have a good day.
Have a blessing.
All right. See y'all later.
Mhm. Hey, Cash.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, before we got off,